It's time for Everything Noob, your source for all things gaming.
Another week, another edition of the Everything Noob podcast. Live now, Vortak, Jimmy, and Dreadlow coming at you. It is E3 kickoff week, and the news, every news outlet we found, that they're making it known. We can't escape it. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good. Got a little sore throat, but...
Jemmy?
Doing good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Overdose of cute.
Overdose of cute. Jimmy got a cat.
No, I got a kitten. A
Yes.
Seal Point Siamese mix.
Cats grow up so fast. Next week, it'll be a cat.
Yeah. Won't take
No,
long.
she's only like 9, maybe 10 weeks old, so she's got a long time before she's a cat.
Oh,
It's
man.
adorable. It's just adorable.
Yeah, she's tiny.
2 weeks tops.
2
Full-grown
weeks
cat.
top.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Won't even play anymore. She'll be a little lazy.
Are there teacup cats like there are teacup dogs?
Yeah, sort of. They're called munchkins.
Okay.
And they're really, really tiny, and then on top of that, their legs are stumped. So they're midgets.
Nice.
It's literally the same gene in humans that cause the dwarfism. So,
Midget cats.
yeah, they're adorable. And they come in all like fur patterns and hairless and all sorts of... They're amazingly cute. Look up Yoda. That is the most adorable munchkin I've ever seen. It's got little like curled ears and
Aw.
it's so cute.
Well,
All right.
we'll have to show everyone on Twitter. Your
That'll
cat.
be on our cat podcast later this week.
Yeah.
I did post a picture of her though on Twitter.
Okay. At Jemmy Games.
I mean, I could post more pictures and I know Mojito was demanding that I post YouTube videos of her playing.
Yes. Cat vids.
Yeah, I know. I've just become a crazy old cat lady now.
So the news of E3 is like still coming in. Like Twitter has been blowing up all day long, and I'm still seeing updates about it. It's
A
still
lot
going
of people
on.
doing YouTube highlights.
Yeah.
So,
But
we'll
it
be seeing
doesn't
those
even
next
officially
day.
start till tomorrow.
Exactly. This is kind of our E3 kickoff podcast, and then next week we are going to kind of go in depth about all the things that happened on E3, what we were excited about, what we didn't care for. But so far, there's still some things to talk about. But before we do, and before we get into like our predictions and things we want to talk about, I wanted to open up the forum to you guys listening or viewing on YouTube. Wherever you're finding us, you can always go to everythingnoob.com, hit up Contact Us, and then you can tell us what you're most excited about that came out of E3 or whatever. Because by the time this podcast airs, we're going to be already a day into E3. So wait till E3's over and then give us your comments and thoughts and what you made of E3. But I know there's a few things that I'm definitely excited about, but then there's also a few things that I just kind of saw coming and don't seem that fantastic either. What about you guys? Before I get into my list here, what about you guys?
Well, for me, I just see a rehash of old games brought back. Basically, you got Mass Effect, you got Sims, you got Witcher, you got Assassin's Creed, you got all these games that are old games that they're again remaking, rehashing a part 4, part 5, part 6, whatever. You know what I mean? They just keep going on and on and on with these games. It's like I just feel like they're capitalizing on their popularity, and rather than making something new, they're just, they're going, well, how could we make the most amount of money with the least amount of changes that we can make, and then they just take the same engine, change the story or whatever. That's just what I see so far. I don't know. I've been seeing them advertise all these different games or old games brought back. So hopefully we'll see
That's fair.
something new later on.
So what about you, Jemmy?
Predictions?
Yeah, well,
Uh,
predictions or things you're excited about, or
I'm excited sort of about the Nintendo panel, and that's like it.
me too. I was actually going to
Like-
say that.
They're either going to crash and burn with nothing spectacular, or they're going to have something that seems fun. Everything else is just kind of like, not really excited.
Yeah.
Like, because Ubisoft was today. Today wasn't even a part of the official 3-day event. So like, okay, there's nothing. There's nothing I expect big out of this year, and especially since like the whole past consoles are just released and everything like that. Like, what's there to look forward to now except for new games?
I think you're kind of right. Whenever I see E3 come around, I could care less about a console. Or I'm sorry, I could care less when there's no console announcement. Because that's what E3 is, really, isn't it? It's all about the consoles.
Well, it's not about just hardware.
That's what the ones people care about. They're like, oh, E3, they're going to announce all the new consoles. But when there's no consoles, it's like, oh, some games.
But nobody even waits for E3 anymore. Like, people have asked this year, is E3 even relevant anymore?
It's become so commercialized.
Well, it always was commercial. It used to be a closed event, only press.
Yeah.
I guess it's just... still, I thought it still was, anyone can kind of get in there. You could argue, especially if you're a YouTuber or something, you could argue that you're part of the press and get yourself a press pass. We could probably get one because we do a gaming podcast. What? Are you getting
bit?
So I'm kind of excited about a couple things that were announced today. One of them being Little Big Planet 3 for the PS4. This was my favorite PlayStation 3 game. I actually got a PlayStation 3 because at the time it was cheaper than getting a Blu-ray player. And then this game hit me out of nowhere, this Little Big Planet game. Kitty Cam. Little Big Planet.
Stop biting me.
Came out of nowhere, and this was my Minecraft before Minecraft came out. Little Big Planet is a side-scrolling game, but a lot more 3D, and you can just take like a material and draw with it on the screen, for example. So let's say you want to make a car. You can make the car out of wood. You can drag the wood in any shape you want. You can stick wheels to it and then wire up the wheels and then drive it around through the level.
Oh, wow.
And they give you every tool that they make the story levels out of, they give you to create your own levels in Little Big Planet. That's like the basis of Little Big Planet. And then they made a second one, which didn't have a whole lot of new stuff. I didn't really play that one much. But the third one looks like they added a lot, like new character models and all kinds of new stuff.
Well, see, now that kind of a remake is a little different.
Well, sequels are sequels. We're going to be...
Right.
It's not going to be an E3 that I think is full of a whole bunch of new and upcoming titles. I mean, you have Destiny, which is Bungie's new project. But... And then there's a couple other like little ones that were announced. But
No Man's Sky, I think, was one that's supposed to be really good.
Supposed to be really, really good.
Yeah. Open world. Yep.
No Man's Sky looks cool. So... I kind of agree with you, though, what you were saying before about how they're just kind of rehashing things. Another Assassin's Creed, surprise, surprise, another Far Cry game. Mass Effect is coming back? I thought Mass Effect was done.
No, the trilogy is done. I know a lot of people are going to be excited about Mass Effect, and then a lot of people are going to be like, oh, please, just let it die.
That's me.
But it made too much money, so you knew they were going to make something else. It's just not going to be part of the official like trilogy storyline. So
I mean, see, like for instance, you know, with Watch Dogs. Now that was a new game. It was something new and exciting that came out, and I was really happy to see something new like that. But I just felt like, you know, the first day here, all they kept announcing was all these remakes.
Yeah. A lot of things that, I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 coming to PlayStation 4 was literally just got announced a couple seconds ago. Yeah, a lot of things that don't surprise me. That's kind of what E3 has been for me, personally. Just a lot of like, man, but, you know, we'll definitely talk about it, especially when it's over, and talk about some of the things. I know Sims 4, a lot of people are excited about, but... Poor Dreadless sitting there like
it's another
cold
Sims
look on his face.
4. It's like, oh my god.
What are they gonna do new with that? Like, really?
You can
haven't
download
done anything.
Sims. You can download Sims and put them in your game. There's supposed to be a lot more Sims in the world, so I don't know.
That was
What
my
else?
biggest complaint about The Sims back in the day, where they tried to make it with Sims 3. They tried to make it so the neighborhood was more active, and you had your sim
Yeah.
there, and like a neighbor could walk up and like come to your house, which was always a thing. But now the neighborhood moves in real time with everything else, rather than just you playing in one house, and then so your characters grow old, but everyone else stays the same age in the neighborhood. Now everything grows old together, which was a Sims 3 feature. But
Right.
it just didn't feel that. It didn't feel like there was a whole lot of people in town. And then if there was, you had to like delete their lot to like if you wanted to build in that section. So now there's even less people in town because you're you're plowing over their houses.
I did hear that you can actually laugh to death.
What?
Yeah,
In
your sim
3
can
or the
actually
new one?
laugh to death.
In 4?
Yeah, in 4.
That's awesome.
I don't know. That's supposedly a feature.
That's good. They need to add more ways to kill the Sims. I think whenever
Yeah.
you talk about someone, their Sims memories, it's always, oh, I love taking off the ladder and watching them swim till they drowned.
Yeah, so you just make them
never did
laugh until
that.
they die.
I put them in a doorless room with a fireworks display and hay bales to sit on and watch it with.
Wow. You are a jerk.
that was my thing. Or if you just want to be really basic about it, you can just have them cook something with a gas stove and not teach them how to cook.
Or wait till the TV breaks. Get like a fancy TV, wait till it breaks. Try to have them repair it. They'll die every time.
Idiots. They should just rename that game Idiots. That's what it is. They don't
Yeah.
even know how to
Darwinism.
speak. Darwinism?
Thousand ways to kill your sim.
I like laughing to death. That's cool.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one.
But also Xbox $399 without a Kinect, which is what they should have done from the
Yeah,
get-go, and
that
people
they
wouldn't have gotten so
Doesn't have
pissed.
to be. Yeah.
But I agree with
But-
Jemmy. What?
They wanted the Connect Big Brother cam so they could, sell you advertisements based on things in your living room and monitor you and all the other weird stuff that was like, why? I don't want that. Please no.
They're trying to bring Watch Dogs to life. No, I was kidding.
For
Make it
real.
real.
Microsoft just wants to know if you're pirating their software.
I'm surprised. That's funny. I know I was sidetracking here. It's not really an E3 thing, but I was wondering why they didn't have something like that in. Maybe they do in Watch Dogs, where you can actually tap into somebody's console or gaming console in the game and hack it.
That'd be funny.
That would.
Just pop out their disc and
Yeah.
or launch another title on their hard drive.
Oh my god, this little kitten is going crazy. And
I-
if we had started on time, she would have been asleep the whole time.
Aw. Well, I'm sorry.
It's okay. She's
So-
about. Oh, she fell.
But I tend to agree with Jemmy. The thing I'm most excited about that I think will bring the most interest is the Nintendo announcements and their panels and stuff.
That would be. I think that's going to be a pretty cool thing to see because, well, we're hoping that there's going to be something exciting to help them survive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, last week I talked about if I was going to get a Wii U or not. I did end up trading in my Xbox 360 and my Nintendo Wii and just about every game I had with those systems, and I got a Wii U with Mario
Did you-
Kart 8.
Did
Was
it
Mario
cover the
Kart-
cost? Or did you have
Uh,
to front a little bit?
I had to put a little bit of money down, but it did. I was surprised by the store I went to. Should I mention the store? Yeah, it wasn't bad. You don't think I should?
No, do.
Okay. No, I went to GameStop because that's all we have in the new place I live. I know for a fact that my old game store that was, kind of an unknown game store, they would have done a lot better. But I was kind of impressed. GameStop did a pretty good job. They took just about everything I brought them. A few things they couldn't take, which was kind of annoying. But like they couldn't take my Game Boy Advance games that I had. Like, oh, we stopped taking those like 3 years ago. Kind of an interesting thought popped into my head, though. You know how everything's kind of going digital, and people predict that there won't be GameStops in so many years from now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's a lie.
Well, I would like to agree with you, but how am I to agree with you when they literally stop carrying older games? They don't sell old classics. They don't sell Game Boy Advance games. There's no N64 games. There's no reason to have these old game stores if you're not going to sell old. That's all. You can't digitally download. Well, now you can, but you can't digitally download for the most part N64 games.
Right.
I mean, Nintendo's kind of getting there with their digital downloads, putting on older games, but I was a little bit disappointed. I know I would have probably gotten 50 cents for them, if that.
You think maybe it might be just that store?
No,
it's stores
a game,
might because
it's just a GameStop thing.
Oh, it is a full. Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking maybe maybe they've had them and they just didn't sell, and so they just said, well, this store is not going to take them anymore,
They're
or whatever.
picky too. I brought in 3 Xbox 360 controllers, and 2 of them had rechargeable battery packs hooked to them. And they wouldn't take them because I had misplaced. I think I gave them to someone or something. They're the old battery packs that just take the AA's.
Yeah.
I didn't have those with the controllers, and they wouldn't take 2 out of 3 of my controllers. But I had rechargeable batteries hooked to them.
Speaking of controllers, look what I got.
Oh, for your...
Oh, you ended up buying one?
Yeah.
That's awesome. The 360 controllers are incredibly universal.
Well, it's
Oh,
one of
did
those
you-
kind that light up and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's got all the features. It works great on a PC.
The Afterglow?
Yeah, Afterglow. It's good. So
You
yeah.
can officially use the Xbox One controller now. There's official support through
Nice.
Microsoft for their controller on the PC.
Yes, I want to
that's
get one
sweet.
because everyone's like, oh, it's so much more comfortable. I'm like, people, it's exactly the same controller. Come on. And then I went to GameStop and I held one. I'm like, oh.
It's like
The handles, they made them thinner or something. I don't know how they did it, but it is a little more comfortable to hold. And my Xbox controllers are getting kind of worn out.
my problem is the trigger. Getting the top button. It's hard for me to get my fingers up there.
Yeah.
Wait, you have stumpy fingers?
Well, no, it's just it's awkward for me. I can do
Oh.
it. It's just awkward.
Are you just not used to controllers with flippers?
Yeah, the other controller I had didn't have it quite like that.
Oh,
They
okay.
were easy to. The Logistick one was pretty cool. It was pretty easy to get your fingers on the trigger.
What's a Logistick?
The Logitech.
Logitech?
Yeah, Logitech. That's it.
Oh my gosh. No.
This is
No
my
way.
Logistick controller. You can put that away.
Logitech. Logical. It's logical to be Logitech.
Oh my God. There. Now
So
you'll remember
anyway.
it forever.
The Logitech one that I had didn't have the triggers quite like that. So
Okay, so you were just used to another controller.
Speaking
Yeah.
of hardware and controllers, this is going to be kind of a rough segue, but I wanted to mention this. We got a comment last week from someone by the name of Mr. Fear. I believe that's how you say their name. They've been listening for a while, and they told me about a computer mouse, because I guess at one point we were talking about Razer equipment and how
Right.
I always say I don't need a mouse with 100 buttons on it. And they linked a couple of alternative, or at least one alternative mouse that I should look at. The Mazer E Blue. I don't know if they meant to say Razer or not, and it came out Mazer. But I just wanted to say thanks for the comment. And it's crazy that we're getting comments on episodes that are that old.
that's cool though.
He said he was going to catch up with all of our episodes. I was like, whoa.
Wow,
That
Better
is
than mustard, I guess.
that's a
a
commitment.
lot of listening. I know. I appreciate it, though.
Nobody got that.
What did
I
you
know.
say?
I said it's better than mustard
Mustard.
because she said to catch up. Anyway,
Oh my
forget
gosh.
it.
Ta-da.
Ugh, I shouldn't have asked. That was my fault. I'm sorry, everyone.
Someone got it.
Anyway, I was just gonna say, it's cool. It's cool. Thank you for listening. And it has only 2 thumb buttons on the side, which I use for in-game chat. Feels really great in my hand. I've had it for about 6 months, still going strong. Typically goes around the holidays. I got mine on Christmas for $5. So I guess this awesome mouse is $5 around the Christmas season. And yeah,
Or
I
on the
just
outside.
my gaming mouse just has the 2 buttons on the side for forward and back when you're web browsing, the middle scroll wheel, and a left and right click. And I don't need anything in there. Yeah, like that. I don't need anything else. And I guess we were talking about how crazy some of these. I have that one too for my laptop. without any extra buttons.
I like it because it's small. It fits my hand better.
By any chance, Dan, are you using a gearhead?
A gearhead. No, mine's a Logistick.
Oh, it's a
Logistic?
Logistech. Mine's a gearhead.
Okay.
It's
I have
better.
a Logistic keyboard.
I can actually, put whatever I want for those keys.
It's
Yeah, my Disco Stick mouse has been pretty good.
Disco Stick mouse.
I'm sorry. Anyway, video games.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I had to go there.
BRB kitten time. Like, you guys do whatever you gotta do.
So, anyhow, there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on aside from E3. I want to get to our Indie Spotlight real quick. Indie Spotlight this week is Cliff Horse.
Oh my God, that's gonna be a great game.
Why?
It's just gonna be awesome. I can't wait. I've already donated. I donated $100 to it.
Is it like
Donated
Clop?
$100 to it?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's not like Clop.
Oh, I
Cliff
love
Horse.
Clop.
It's a horse
It's a freaking
that runs on a cliff.
troll.
Yeah.
It's a troll game. It's awesome. I think it's cool. I downloaded it. I tried it out. It's fun.
I was just playing it a little bit ago. It gives you a horse and it drops a ball in front of you, and you can just run into the ball and it'll fly away from you, and you got to keep running after it on all the cliffs. And Notch made it. This is
Yep.
this is
Really?
his next step after Minecraft.
He said
Wow.
this is the first game he's ever completed after Minecraft or something like that. Or
And
first commercial game, I think he called it. First commercial
Wow.
game after Minecraft.
Way to shoot for the stars there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the whole
Cliffhorse.com.
donate thing and all that is a joke. I don't think you can really donate. There's no way to. It's a link that doesn't exist. He just did it all for a joke. But it's pretty funny.
Do you think it's an
Cliff-
April Fool's joke? Way too late.
Maybe. Cliffhorse.com, though, if you're interested. But
Yeah, he actually made a domain and everything.
I had to conclude it, though. It's been getting some attention, and it's kind of funny. It's not, you wouldn't, it's like Horse Simulator, Wild Horse Simulator, I guess. I think you should kind of keep going with it and make it like the Goat Simulator, but
Yeah, he'll
actually
have
good.
updates like in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Hey, I added ender horses,
Ender
so-
horses. Now you can build the horses. No.
No! Now the horses teleport.
Teleport to that ball if you lose it.
Oh my god. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up as our indie spotlight. Oh man. So other Minecraft news. I'm sure you guys already know about it. It kind of affects my community, and I think people are already sick of hearing about it, so we don't have to go too in depth. But the Minecraft EULA is changing soon.
EULA.
The end user license agreement.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's always been against the rules. If you don't know what's going on, here's what's going on. It's always been against the rules to sell in-game items in Minecraft. So for real money. So for example, these massive multiplayer gaming servers like that have mini games within Minecraft, they have packages that sell you stuff in the game. And it's like this really gray area that Mojang's never actually stood up against. They just kind of let it go. But you can buy, I guess, some of them got really greedy and started selling items that you could normally just craft in the game or obtain. They lock those items away and make you pay for them. That's when this started to get really sticky. And then one community in particular decided to charge like a $10,000 package.
What?
Oh, wow.
And people
What
were
the heck?
paying it.
That?
If I knew, I wouldn't say, but I don't know. But people are actually buying that package among their other thousands of dollars below that. Packages.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So because of that, it's caused this huge uproar because now Mojang's saying, well, we have to enforce this EULA, and we're gonna have to add a clause that says you can't make people pay for anything in the game, even related to code, for example. So if you make a mod and you want people to pay money, so one server gives you pets that follow you around. And if you want to buy a pet, it costs money, and it costs more depending on the pet. And these all support the communities behind the servers, but they're saying you can't even do that. You're not allowed to do any of these things. But some people are saying, well, if you're selling like exclusive rights to something, but it's not taking away from the gaming experience, it's okay. Or you could charge a monthly fee for a server, that would be okay. It's this huge fight going on in this huge gray area. And I just thought I'd bring it up and see what you guys think about it, because it's knucking futz right now.
Well, you know, so they did actually make a new EULA right now. Because I know you made a video.
Released it, right?
You made a video and you said it didn't happen yet. It was just some talk over Twitter. So, and that was a couple days ago.
Reddit blew up. I guess someone was talking to one of the people at Mojang about it.
Yeah.
And they copy and pasted the whole Skype conversation, put it on Reddit, and
I know
we're getting some pretty bad press.
I know Notch was having a little chat on Twitter with Gary Newman, the creator of Rust, and Gary's Mod, and Gary was talking about how he was like getting on Notch, like, well, what are you talking about? You know, I had Gary's Mod out there, and people are always selling stuff for Gary's Mod, you know, and packages and things like that. And then Notch said something like, well, you know, it's not. He said something about kids actually accidentally buying these packages using their, you know, mom and dad's credit card or whatever, and getting these really expensive packages, and it's not right. It's, you know, the game is not meant to be that way. So I don't know.
The problem was the parents were complaining to Mojang about it and not to the server host. So Mojang's getting a lot of complaints, and a lot of people are demanding refunds for the game and stuff like that. When it's the servers who are like paying for selling these packages and that are obscene in price and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And there's no way Mojang can stop it or enforce it or anything like that. So they are coming up with a way to specifically kind of do that, but not really, through official channels.
My prediction to how this is all going to end is they're just going to say, all right, you're no longer, and I hope this doesn't happen, because this is like the worst way they could do it in terms of how these servers are being run right now. But my hope is that they do something nice for them. Anyway, my prediction is that they're going to say, all right, you're only allowed to make money by getting donations. Charitable, straight-up donations with nothing in return. No purchases at all. That way servers can still survive, but no one's selling their intellectual property for real money and making a giant profit.
Yeah.
That's the fair way to do it in their eyes. However, it's not fair because they haven't been enforcing it, and now people have built lives around running these giant servers. They actually have offices where people are getting together and they're quitting their day job and working for this Minecraft server that's making money illegally, apparently.
I'm just going to say, if you decided to build your career around maintaining a Minecraft server, you were very short-sighted anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
Minecraft
that's
isn't
crazy.
going to last forever.
Exactly.
It probably has many years left in it, but not enough to call it your career, you know.
I mean, just because how many of these groups are actually going to broaden their horizons into another project and kind of like, when Minecraft dies off, at least they have something to fall back on and something else for you to do. Probably like maybe 1% of them.
Maybe, yeah. If they're smart, they'll start hosting a game that comes out that people are starting to pay a lot of attention to, and they'll just start a server for this game, and then slowly but surely Minecraft will start to die off, but they'll already be on their next couple of games that they're hosting on, and they're making mini games or doing whatever they do. What's really cool about those servers is they have coders in-house that keep the game updated beyond what Bucket does, for example, the people who make all the mods. So when Minecraft updates, a lot of servers don't get updated right away because we're at the mercy of all these other coders. But these servers take that code and fix it and make the game playable. So the minigame servers stay up to date with Minecraft. It's things like that and that kind of service that you get because they're allowed to have purchases. They're allowed to have, they're allowed to sell their diamond package that costs $200 and, you can get your whatever title.
And faster upgrades for those levels that mean nothing, or maybe in-game currency. Oh boy, microtransactions.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that Notch was afraid of, is that he hates free-to-play games that do that. So he did not want Minecraft to turn out to be this free-to-play thing where all these servers are charging.
No, and it's true. I mean, it's true. I don't know, man. My hair's just bugging me. Stop making fun of my hair.
Is it me?
No,
Did
me. I just moved my hair because it was bugging me.
No, I know I was talking and I thought that you were referring to something I was saying. I don't know.
No.
Sure.
And
Okay, let's move on.
I lost my complete train of thought now. Son of a... My whole point was that these servers need to do something to survive, and I think it's cool that people are willing to buy stuff in-game to keep these servers alive. But what pissed me off the most was all the people on Twitter saying, "This is the end of Minecraft servers. Thanks a lot, Mojang." Like,
yeah, no, it's not. Come on.
What?
yeah, at least the minigame ones, they think this is the end of all the giant minigame servers. And what I
Probably.
said, well, here's what I said in my video. I said, it's absolutely the end of these minigame servers if you guys decide to stop purchasing things because you're not getting anything in return. If you stop supporting them, they're going to go away.
Yeah, I like a comment because somebody in the comments said something and you responded back, well, that's the problem. People think that when you donate, you're supposed to get something in return, and that's not the case. You're supposed to donate. You think people that donate to these like hurricanes and stuff like that, do you think they get something in return for their donations? No. They get the satisfaction of helping somebody that's in need.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what you get. But in this case, you get the satisfaction of growing this Minecraft server that you love so much.
Right.
And you get a Minecraft server to play on.
Exactly, for free.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
if you donate, but those that don't donate still get to play on it, right? So,
And maybe if they love it, eventually they'll figure out how to squeeze a couple of pennies together to donate it
Yeah.
themselves.
put a little bit of money in there and
For that
help
month
out.
that you're short and can't donate.
Haller just mentioned something in chat that's really a good point, too. This kind of goes along the lines of those fake Minecraft conventions that were going on not long
Oh,
ago.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People were organizing these giant Minecraft conventions, and all these people were showing up to find basically no convention. And they had to, like, just either sit there with their thumbs up their asses or make it fun. And they tried to make it fun for themselves, while meanwhile these guys already got their money and basically ran at that point.
It's sad. It gives Minecraft a bad name when stuff like this happens.
Yeah,
you
and
know,
parents don't understand. They don't.
they think it's they
They're
think
like-
it's the company.
I paid $25 for that game. Why do you want more money? Well, I need this thing to do this in the server I play on, and
Yeah,
they
that's
think
what
they're
they're
paying Mojang and they're paying the server host
Yeah.
instead. So
Yep, that's true.
it sucks because parents are uneducated about how Minecraft works, and kids don't understand how economics works, and everything's just a mess. And Mojang should have just been enforcing this in the first place.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'd be a lot better off. So that's kind of the news. I wanted to bring it up.
This is why
'cause
Obama's president.
What?
What?
Anyway, I wanted to bring it up because hopefully by the next show they'll have announced the new EULA, and we'll know exactly what they decided to do. If they decided to basically shut down all these giant companies that were making money, or if they decided to be nice and say, okay, you can make money off our game. Because in no way does this give them or take away money from them. People are like, well, no one's going to buy your game if you do that. They're like, well, we're selling 10,000 copies a day. We'll be fine.
But you do got to realize
fine
that
already.
Yeah.
Mojang has always been so like super, open with stuff. I mean, we're able to make videos, we're able to do different things, and
He could take a cut
they were really
if he wanted to. Of all the Minecraft videos on YouTube, he could take a cut of every
could.
bit
There's
of
a
revenue
lot of
people
things.
make. And
Sure.
he doesn't do it.
no. And there's a lot of things he could have done that he doesn't. He every time they come up with a major update for Minecraft, they could charge a DLC charge, for downloadable content. He could have done a lot of things like that, and they're not. That's not what they're doing. They're just every time there's an update, they put it out there for free, So I don't know, but hopefully this doesn't. I'm hoping that was just a, he just got furious and mad.
He's probably just wanting to get rid of all the shady business deals. Like, he probably doesn't have a problem with the giant, open, transparent minigame servers who are like, here's a server, you can play on it for free to the end of the day. But if you donate so we can pay for our server costs, here's what you get. And they don't have an obscene priced, like, packages or anything like that. You know, it's all transparent and upfront. He's probably wanting to get rid of the shady business where people are like paying to get unbanned from servers and
That one was
crap
crazy.
like that.
It's just like common knowledge in the community that you don't charge for a mod that you make for the community. I mean, I don't even know if it has anything in the EULA about mods and charging for mods, but there are people who charge for mods. But it's just a known thing, and so the people in the community that get mods from these websites or whatever, and they shun them, those that charge, and that's on purpose. It's like a community taking care of itself, because it's just you don't do that. You don't charge for it.
Well, Mojang doesn't like that because you're using all the tools they gave you to mod their game.
Yeah.
So in their minds, you can't charge for that. You can mod the game all you want, but you're not allowed to make people pay for it. And I don't know if it's weird. It's a really big gray area. Then people are arguing left and right about it. And there's a lot. I can see both sides of this argument, which is crazy. I know that on our server, we let people buy things as purchases. We don't call them donations anymore. We call them purchases, and we tell people, if you buy this thing, you get access to the following. And we give people access to mini games that they can play for free, because it costs in-game currency to play on our mini games, and then you win more than you paid if you actually win the mini game. Or you can go in for free if you have the special package we give you. And it's stuff like that. We did things like that. Or you can go to the special chamber and have like unlimited enchantments. Instead of going and getting experience, you can go have unlimited enchantments in the special chamber. That's the kind of stuff we sell on our server to kind of get people to pay money, and it's worked. But
it's not for profit, though. You guys aren't profiting from this. This is to help you pay for the server, the rental of the server.
Yeah,
the more money you get, the bigger the server can be, or the better the server
can last,
or the longer the server can last. Exactly, and that's what it's all about. But I mean, there's these people out there, $10,000 for a package. What are they doing with the $10,000? It's not for servers.
No.
You know what I mean?
That's not even
pocket money.
Way over there, like server cost, website cost, whatever cost.
Everything. It's like crazy. Come on, man. Seriously. Yeah, that's nuts. I know that. Okay, if I was to ever have to pay for mods for Minecraft, I could pay for Dr. Zark's mole creatures, because I think that is an awesome mod. That would be something I would pay for if it was for sale, because I like it that much. Yeah. But he doesn't even charge for it. You know what I mean? He has a donation button on there. That's all. You donate if you want. If not, it's still free. You can have it. Yeah. So, I mean, these people...
There's nothing wrong with doing it that way. I think now that donations, quote unquote, has been taken, it's such a loose term in the Minecraft community. That's where the problem is. It's not the fact that Mojang's mad. It's the fact that people don't understand the definition of what donating means, and they don't understand the legality behind it. Mojang says, do not sell our crap. Plain and simple. Right. And people did it anyway, and Mojang said, all right, they're selling our crap, but the community is so strong, we don't want to screw with that. And now people took advantage. They gave them an inch, people took a mile, and this is where we're at.
That's what happens.
So it's sticky. It sucks, because I know that we're going to have to change the way we do things on our server, but I'm not worried at the same time. As someone who's hosting a server, I can tell you right now I'm not worried, because the people in our community have come to me straight up and said, hey, we just want to support you. We don't care about all your crap that you're giving for donations. Just let us support you. Put a button up there that charges a monthly fee for nothing. We don't care. We'll pay it because we want the server to stick around.
Right.
So, I mean, we're going to find another way to give people those packages. If we can't sell them for money, we're going to try to, give them out in a different way. But
zips. You have to earn those zips real hard.
Yeah, you could earn our in-game currency, or who knows. We haven't decided yet. We're not announcing it anyway if we do decide, because we don't know if it's going to change or not. Mojang could turn around and go, sigh, okay, fine.
See, the thing is, with stuff like that, like, for instance, zips you can actually give zips for a donation because of the fact that it's
No.
not actually part of the game.
No,
Essentially,
it's
you
the
know what I'm
same
saying?
thing with a mod. Selling bits of a mod, you can't.
What's weird is that you can, I think, I don't know about legally, but Mojang doesn't say anything about charging a monthly fee to play on a server. So, for example, if you have a Minecraft server and you want, and people want to play on it, you could say, okay, $2 a month. And you can absolutely do that because you're not charging for crap in the game. You're charging for your server cost, basically.
Access to the server.
Yeah. So that server could host anything. It doesn't matter. You're charging for access to X server. It just happens to host this Minecraft thing on it. But
It's interesting.
They have no rule against that. Maybe legally you can't, but Mojang doesn't have a rule against that. So that's another way these servers could survive.
It's interesting that because Second Life, the game Second Life,
Yeah.
they thrive on people making money off of Second Life. It's really bizarre. It's like Second Life is alive because of the money that's created. The lindens are actually worth real money in real life. And so you use Second Life to make money.
Maybe they'll have a Mojang
It's really
marketplace
bizarre. But anyway.
where transactions go through Mojang and they take a small cut of every transaction, or at least they verify and verify the legality of it and who's going to it. It's going to, so everybody's held accountable.
Yeah.
It's not some
Sure.
random PayPal that'll disappear in 2 months.
What are you talking about? The events?
Well,
Or-
no, just the shady business transactions and stuff like that. So maybe their legalese will be if you want to sell in-game stuff, you have to go through our Mojang marketplace to sell it.
Oh.
Oh, that would be interesting.
They should do something. I mean, and that's a really good comparison. Second Life is a great comparison in this case because people can use Second Life's whatever they give you and make items and then sell those items for lindens in the game and then cash out their lindens for real money. And that's so
Right.
cool. And there's nothing wrong with that.
And the products that you make in Second Life is using the Second Life technology. You're using all the stuff in Second Life to make it, and you're selling it for real cash. And so that's how the Second Life community thrives, is with that money that's made. So
Well, speaking of Minecraft also, and getting kind of back into E3 a little bit, Minecraft was announced to be on the Vita. Kind of interesting. That'd be a better handheld way to play it than a phone, I think.
I played it on my tablet. It's actually quite pleasant on a tablet.
It's not even bad on my phone, to be honest. It'd be nice to not have the buttons on the screen that I'm trying to work with, because the
'cause you
screen
can't
controls
see.
are a little bit. They're a lot nicer than I expected them to be, but it's still a phone.
I didn't have a problem with it, maybe because the screen's a little larger. I don't know. It ran really well, unlike on my computer or any computer where there's always a little hiccup. But that's because they limit the world size.
Yeah.
So it actually was a pleasant experience, and I would play it for a little while. But at the same time, it's, like you said, it is a touch screen. So it's a little slower to play on a tablet or a phone.
Yeah, I can build pretty quick when I'm playing on a PC, but physically, I can't build that fast when I'm playing on a phone. But yeah,
I wonder if
that's
there's a
from Vita.
tablet driver for an Xbox controller.
There is.
Is there?
Actually, if it's an Android, I think 4.2 or higher, it's auto in there. So
Oh,
you can,
wow.
as long as you have a USB converter to
I
plug
got one.
into the port, you can use your controller. Now, you may need a powered USB hub that plugs into your tablet, though. Because I know for the Kindle Fires and HDs and stuff, you need a powered USB hub that you hooked into the Kindle, and then you hook your controller into the hub.
Oh.
Because it doesn't output enough energy to power up the controller. But your tablet may work.
Huh. Well, also
I'll have to fool around with that later.
Yeah.
something that should make I'm going to be really happy about it, and I think Jemmy will be happy about it. But we have other ways of playing this game. But it was just announced that Grand Theft Auto 5 is also coming to PC finally,
Finally, yeah,
Yeah,
because
this
Watch
fall.
Dogs is,
kicking ass
You
and
know.
taking names.
yeah, and then they're going, okay, well, we better put it on PC now, because it's got, supposedly when it came out, people were looking at the actual code in there and said that there was actually code in there for PC
Wow.
Yeah.
within the code because they've actually took it apart, and checked out the code. I don't know. There's people in there that do stuff like that to find things like that, and they found coding in there that's specific for PC. So that means that Grand Theft Auto 5 was made or coded so that it can be used on PC. They just took forever to release it. That's all.
Oh, it
I'd
worked.
buy it again on PC if I had people to play online with.
See, I think
Oh.
I'd buy it again too, and I have it on PlayStation 3. And I still think I'd buy it again. This is where, this is why game companies make me so mad sometimes, because they know that people are going to want it right away, and they're going to run out and get it on whatever it comes out on. And then the people like us, who just wanted it on PC all along, are willing to rebuy it, which is kind of a sin, but, yeah, I still want it on PC.
It's like it's like they.
Well, everybody I know owns it on PS3, and I have it for Xbox. So I can't play online with anybody I know anyways. So, that's why I'd be willing to rebuy it on PC, but everybody I know already has it on PS3. So it's like, I need to know you already have it on PC, and you're willing to roll on a regular basis as a gang before I run out and make that purchase.
I do want it on PC, and I probably will spend the money because most of my friends are PC gamers nowadays, and I tried to play on PlayStation 3, but I could never find the time to play on it enough to meet up with the people who wanted to play with me. But I was always on my computer doing something, streaming or other things like that. It's a great game to stream, and that excites me more than all these other crazy new announcements. Uncharted 4, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, new Batman, I guess.
Oh, really?
Another Batman, yeah.
Aren't we done? Aren't we over Batman games? They really aren't that great. They are so overrated ever since the first one. It's just like a collectible grind fest with nothing new here.
Just a storyline. You can only go one direction. There's
exactly.
No,
it's not a new game. There's nothing new in it with the physics or anything like that. It's just got a Batman paint job.
that's
Just
it.
painted bats and jokers everywhere, and that's it.
Yeah. You can actually change
Sucks.
the character to be a different game.
I thought it was pretty cool.
I mean,
No, it's good. They were good
it's
when they
fun.
came out. It's just done.
Yeah, it was done when it came out, and if you want to just spend a couple hours running through the storyline, yeah, it's fun. But I don't want to do a collectible grind fest, which is really what that game is. That's where most of the playtime is.
Yeah.
Huh.
Going back in there and collecting all the question marks.
And it has zero replay value, in my opinion.
I don't like games and this is every game now, so I don't like every game, I guess, but I don't like it when games go nuts and have all these other things you have to do aside from just beating the story. It's impossible to 100% a game now, especially because there's too many games that are being released too frequently. Are you guys noticing that, or is that just me?
I feel like collectibles and stuff are way easier to get than they used to be. And I feel like a lot of games are chopping out the extra content. So it's now just a lot of hallway games.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you follow the storyline and once you're done, you're done. I don't like those.
Then replay the level
actually,
and try to do it this way, and
One-
that'll get you an
one game-
achievement.
One game I really enjoyed playing, and it was like that. It was what they call linear, right? Where you just go straight through. You can't go off. You got to follow the trail in the storyline. It was Bulletstorm. That was an awesome game. Now that one I will play again. Because it's just one of those games. There's a couple other games that are like that too. That are really good. If they're made well, then I don't mind the linear playability.
I like
But
the
when
first Devil May Cry. That was one of the first few linear games I played, though.
Yeah.
So I was able to excuse it. Here we are at Devil May Cry 4, and I'm I just can't do it anymore.
There comes a point. Yes.
Devil May Cry 5, calling that announcement.
Yeah.
No, wait, they just came out with 4, but still.
Yeah, they... Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, the example I was going to use a second ago was Super Mario Bros. For the Wii U. You know how a while back on the Nintendo Wii, they made the Super Mario Bros. Game kind of like the classic Super Mario Bros. Side-scrolling, but with better graphics.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the featured game on the Wii U. So I've been playing that, and that's the first thing I noticed was that all these extra things you have to do. Like, and this is in the last game too. You have to collect like 3 giant coins in every level, and you collect them, and then you can unlock more things with these coins. But there's so many levels to play through, and there's other games I want to get to, so I'm not really doing that. I'm not going through and 100%ing every level, or collecting everything I'm supposed to collect, finding every secret I'm supposed to find, which was a lot more fun for me when I was a kid, because Super Mario World had so many secrets about it, and I loved finding those and learning about them and exploiting them, because it was really cool.
Yeah.
It was cool to like play the game in different ways. But nowadays, that's just wasted on me.
It's called getting old.
Maybe it's because it's called getting old, but I'm sure kids today have the same problem. They're pumping out games like it's a bodily function. It's nuts.
Are you saying the gaming industry has now reached teenage years?
It's reached teenage years, and it's having its first drinks at parties and like crapping its pants afterwards because it doesn't know how to contain itself. And the crap represents all the games that are coming out.
A lot of bad games.
We are getting golden showered upon with video games at the moment, and it just has to stop.
I just feel like it's turned out to be like the movie industry. You know, it's just big game publishers coming out with a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
I mean, they were good games when they first came out, but now, like, again, with the sequels and stuff, it's the same game, just different skins, different storyline.
You know what game doesn't... I don't like how frequently they come out, but I also don't mind that there's so many. Assassin's Creed is like the one franchise I give a pass to, because
it's kind of an ongoing story. It's always an ongoing story.
Well, that, and they seem to have like a plan, you know? They have something is already set in place with the Assassin's Creed story, and they release a new game and it has purpose to it.
Yeah, because you're going at different ages throughout history. That's different. I don't know. I consider it different.
No,
like,
I'm part of the reason
Witcher,
I give it a
why?
pass, though.
Do we really need to come out with another Witcher?
That's based on a book, though.
Well, I know, but
it is.
It's the same game. It's just a different story.
Well,
done with it.
That's all. Like, that's the only game I can think of that I'm okay with them making so many damn versions of is Assassin's Creed. I haven't beaten 4 yet. But
well, this one's supposed to be new, open. It's much more open. There's a lot more side quests and stuff, so it's gonna be good.
Boy.
And they're gonna do like 4-player co-op, I guess, in Assassin's Creed Unity. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna have to get this for PC, and Jemmy and I are both gonna have to like catch up in Assassin's Creed so we can co-op some Unity.
That'd be interesting.
No, I have to finish Pokemon right now because I need to show a 10-year-old how cool I am at the end of July.
Have you read Ready Player One yet?
I haven't read.
Oh my god!
I know it's been like a solid year, but
what the heck, man? I haven't. I got that. I still have it. I got to listen to it. It's
I still have it too. Like I just like actually just 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was like, I think I'll read that soon.
Ready Player One was a book Jemmy wanted me to read, so I got an audiobook and I listened to it all the way on our trip to North Carolina last year, which happened around Memorial Day, which pretty much happened a year ago, 1-year anniversary of you not reading Ready Player One and making me read it, and then not wanting to talk about it because you didn't read it yet. I'm like, oh, this is a good book. Hey, we should talk about it.
Do you know how many books I've read since then, though?
That doesn't help your case.
That doesn't. It makes it like
the only book you read in the past year, I'm sure.
That's the only one you asked me to read. And you've read all these other books, and I'm supposed to go, oh, no, that's not how it works. You just left me hanging big time. You had time to read all those other books.
Fine. I have a 6-hour car ride tomorrow. I will put that on my iPod, and I will listen to the whole thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Pixar didn't happen.
Because I'm going to be in the car 6 hours tomorrow, so I'll do it.
Did you beat Assassin's Creed 3?
Let's not talk about my failures, okay?
God.
It's one of her favorite games. And she hasn't even gone.
Getting through Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, man.
I'm like, but I'm doing it because I do it on live stream, so it's like easy for me. I'm getting there. I just got to Trish.
Well, it's gonna be cool. Grand Theft Auto 5 is gonna be good on the PC. I know Watch Dogs has been a lot of fun. I just did a video. I'm gonna put it up probably tonight of some crazy stupidness that happened to me.
Okay.
So it's kind of neat.
Go check
But
out
anyway,
Trevor's
yeah.
YouTube channel for some crazy stupidness.
Well, it's not crazy. Well, I guess it is crazy. I mean, if you consider that. I mean, I don't think this has ever happened in Grand Theft Auto 5. But it's funny. It's weird.
Tyler is such a little liar.
I didn't know Watch Dogs had pets in it.
Watch
you
Dogs
That's all
cannot-
I'm
have
gonna
pets?
say.
What?
No, it doesn't. It was a glitch, but it's funny. Anyway,
You just gave away your whole video.
no, I didn't. You don't know what they are.
All right.
Probably a dog or a cat.
We'll
No,
see.
neither. It's
An
not
emu?
an animal. A human.
He's giving it away.
Oh my god! Do not spoil it.
It's funny. It's I don't know.
I don't even
It's
know
a
what
neat
to say
little
to
glitch.
you guys right now. I'm so disappointed. Oh man. Well, I guess tune in next week to find out if Jemmy listened to Ready Player One.
I will. I so will. I'll brag about it on Twitter and everything. Be like, once I get to my destination tomorrow, I'll be like, halfway through Ready Player One, who told Vortex should do it? I did.
So what brought this up now? What was the purpose of this bringing
Because
this
he
up?
just wants to rag on me.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
No, you just popped in with it.
I
Was it
just
something that we
remembered it
talked-
because
Oh.
I mean it was around this time last year, and it just reminded me of like things that Jemmy hasn't finished, and probably like Assassin's Creed always comes to mind because
Oh.
she still hasn't played Assassin's Creed 3.
I need to savor it.
You're almost
in-
2 games behind. There's nothing to savor. There's a whole
Almost.
nother Assassin's Creed to play.
There's a new one coming out right now. Come on.
Way better than 3, by the way. Assassin's Creed 4, it takes 3 and just crumples it up and throws it into a trash can.
Should I just skip 3 then?
No, you should play 3 for the story, but
Okay.
you can beat it pretty quick, especially if you're not going after all the extras. And then play
But I
4.
kind of do that.
Okay.
I don't get all of them, but I get enough of them to like get my fill and then move on.
Okay. Just play it.
Well, the last time I played it, it was so glitchy that it was like hard to play it, and I got frustrated and quit.
Well, you have like a better PC setup now, don't you?
Maybe I should just do. I'm doing well with Grand Theft Auto 5 with streaming and getting through the story. Maybe I should like pick another day and just stream Assassin's Creed and I have a Grand Theft Auto day, an Assassin's Creed day.
You should stream like every day of the week.
I
you can.
should,
Yes.
but will I? I mean, the list of Jemmy failures is getting pretty big.
Poor Jimmy. Everyone needs to tweet her all the time and just remind her
This
of things
is the
she's
summer
failed
of
at.
success. We'll start it.
The summer of success.
The summer of success.
Can't wait. Well, I just before we go here, I'll let everyone know I just started a very part-time gig out here. So hopefully scheduling for things like what would be Tag Team Tuesday and things like that will start to fall into place once I
Oh,
get
boy.
my hours more set in stone. And
Wait.
yeah,
Well, it looks like
missed
Wednesdays
it.
are still my days off. So
Okay.
Wednesdays might not be good for me anymore, but we'll
Oh,
see.
no.
It doesn't end. I know.
Wait. But would Mondays be good? Because we could always just do it sometime midday.
It's true. We could do like a pre-podcast gaming time
Yeah.
yep.
on the channel. We could do something. So I can easily make myself free on Mondays as it stands. But again, today I went in for some training, and I was told that I wouldn't be coming in any more Mondays. We'll see though. New job, new people. You never know what's going to happen. And I also might not even keep it that long, just depending on how it goes.
Well,
Maybe I'll hate it.
congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
It was literally the first thing I applied for, and I'm not even going to go into it. But
Wow.
it's not a big deal to me.
Oh.
I bet it's a big deal to them. It's a position
Taco Bell?
filled.
No, I was kidding.
No.
It's a little classier than Taco Bell, I'm sure.
It's probably a much bigger deal to them than it is to me. Because I have all this other stuff going on and other ways, an online gig I do to make money and stuff. So, but it's going to be nice to make some friends out here and have a little bit of extra pocket change. So
Yeah.
it's good times. Point is, schedules should be changing and coming soon. And on that note, we are going to have to end. But don't forget to email us or use the Contact Us page to give us your E3 excitements, predictions, things you hated, things you loved. Just send that to us. Or you can tweet it to us. We can go through the tweets too.
Yep.
At Everything Noob on Twitter. So there you have it, folks. Oops. We will see you guys next week with another episode of the Everything Noob podcast. Once I find the outro, do you guys have anything to add?
No,
At Jimmy Games,
just
getting pictures.
have a good night and enjoy playing games.
Yes. Kitty pics.
And kitties.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to the Everything Noob podcast. Be sure to visit everythingnoob.com for previous episodes, show notes, host bios, and blogs. And while you're there, feel free to write us with any questions, comments, or suggestions you may have. Don't forget to check out the links to our Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch TV channel as well. On behalf of the Noobs, see you next week, and happy gaming.